This is a really quick overview of the assignment for section number 1. I think the first question is pretty self-explanatory. Big number, debt's large, 851,054,846,000. There's a typo here, 748 and 89 hundredths. Right here should say 48, 40. The number in the billions is the 1 position. The 10 millions, the 5. And 10,000s is the 4. The rounding you can see here. Hopefully you get those right. Hopefully I got them right. The debt clock. Today I'm going to show you my screen real quick. The current debt clock. Right now, 871,567,000, and so on. So that's changed. I did the answer a few minutes ago. Roughly $21 billion more in, say in like 20 days. $20 billion. Word problems below. I don't anticipate they give you too much trouble. Number 2, 24 pieces of pipe. Total length usually implies, of course, going to get larger. So 24 times 8, 192 feet. Question 3, the answer is 30,000. Because if you buy a house for $136,000, and you add $32,000 of repairs, you're now up to a cost of $168,000. And try and sell for $209,000, then took the price down by 11, left her with $198,000 as the price she's going to sell it at. So $198,000 minus $168,000, profit of $30,000. For number 4, filled his tank, drove for 9 days. So the difference in the kilometers from when he started to when he finished was 1,232 kilometers. And that was a total of 112 liters of fuel. When you divide those, you get 11 kilometers per liter. Not very fuel efficient. Number 5 is always one people get wrong. Let me explain it. Typically, what people will do is take 84 and divide it by 3, get 28. And that's kind of correct, except that the answer is 1 post short. In a straight line, you need a post at the beginning and a post at the end, which means it adds on a post. To the right, I drew a short little picture here of what 9 feet would look like. At a 9-foot post, you have a post on the end, because there's 3 sections of 3. You're going to have a post and a post and a post. That's a grand total of 9 divided by 3 is 3, but you need 1 post on the end, which makes 4. So in a straight line, you have to have a post and added something. Same thing with switches. Or same thing with, all kinds of applications. You have to add an extra one if you're going to divide a length into pieces, and you want one at the beginning and you want one at the end. You need an extra. Question 6 is about putting the panel in the middle. You've got 21 feet of wall and a 5-foot panel going to go in the middle. Well, 21 subtract by 5 leaves you with 16 feet to deal with. Because you're putting it in the middle, each half on each side would be 8 and 8. So 8 foot from the edge of the wall to the edge of the panel. Second page, 6-day road trip. Total amount of money was $31.68. Divided by 6 is $528 a day. But there's 4 people, so $132 per person per day. Number 8. You've got 6 measurements. When you add them up and divide by 6, for the mean, you get 638.166. It asks you around the nearest tenths. So 638.2 kilograms is the mean or average. To do the median, you have to put them in order from smallest to biggest. Because it's an even number, you have to take the two middle values, add them up, and divide by 2. So the median is actually a little bit lower, 603.5 kilograms. So you say to yourself, well, if an average is 638, would the median be a better number? And the answer is kind of, because the average of 638 takes into consideration that really big job site of 1142 kilograms. And that's not the norm. So it pushes the mean up higher than it should be really. So 3 is probably a better measurement of an average. Because no values repeat in that list, there's no mode. Don't say mode equals 0. 0 isn't the value. There's no mode. The range is the highest minus the lowest, just 752 in difference. And what's left in the truck at the end of the day is the 4981 to start minus the total 3829 to get a difference of 1152. Okay. Now the last few questions are orders of operations. Remember, for part A, do your division and multiplication before you do your addition. So you get 48. Do your division, multiplication. In part B, the answer is 5. Do your brackets first to get a 40. Do your exponents to get your 25. And then left to right, multiply, then divide. Question C is one people get wrong quite frequently. Make sure you multiply before you subtract or add. So 4 times 2 is 8, and 2 times 8 is 16. And then go left to right. 15 minus 8 plus 16. We're not doing negative numbers right now, so they shouldn't even be a possibility on your radar. In part D, there are round brackets and square brackets. So work your way from the inside out. Go to the inside. Start with your brackets on the inside, so you get 5 squared on the inside. And then work your way across. You've got to multiply and a divide. So 5 squared is obviously 25. Then left to right, 2 times 25 divided by 5. That whole bracket comes down to a 10. So 120 divided by 10 gives you 12. In E, treat it like a whole top and a whole bottom of the fraction. Do the whole top, get the answer. Do the whole bottom, get the answer. And at the end, do a division. Just so happens that 26 divided by 26 gives you a 1. And then the last one has brackets within brackets again. So inside the round brackets, inside the square brackets, you do your division first. 10 divided by 5 and get your 2. And then do 6 minus 2 to get your 4. And then do 21 minus 4 to get your 17. And then your division to get 2. The last question is the one you probably can't even see behind this screen. Let me try to fix this. Bring it up a little. This is the one you might want the most explanations with here. You can make that thing go away. Oh, technology. Go away. Go there. So you have a grand total of 5 shop projects, and you want the average to be 83. So I put a little question mark with the unknown 5th project. The scores on the first 4, if you add those up, and then you can do trial and error, add the next one, the unknown, divide by 5, a bunch of times so you get 83. That'll work by trial and error. But think about this. 83 of the average times 5 will give you what you want for the grand total of all those numbers. So if you take 83 times your 5, figure that out, 400 and something, subtract these numbers, it gives you 89%. No testing, no guessing, straight up logic. The total average that you want to achieve times by the number of data value points, subtract all the rest of the values, you'll get the desired fifth value. That's a good little question. Okay, here we are. Assignment 1 in the can. Yahoo!